Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the thousands of people that are joining us live. Joining us live today on this December 6th, 2023. That's right, my name's Tom Coffee. This is the Coffee Nuance Show. We're at Coffee Nuance on all the socials if you're into that kind of thing. Streaming live, you might want to bookmark this, rumble.com/coffeenuance/live. Just bookmark it. It's the easiest way to find my live streams, such as my live stream about the debate tonight. So you're going to want to do that. But today, we got something good to talk about, and it's about AI. Oh, yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because we've entered an era where reality meets its virtual doppelganger. And I'm not talking about your ex's Instagram account. No. You ever think you're, oh no. Already, hang on. I'm just going to stop the recording. Let's see if we can fix the buffering. Oh my goodness. I thought I had it fixed. Well, let's just barrel through this monologue. Anyway, you ever think you're interacting with a human face online? Well, think again. We're living in an era where even Sherlock Holmes would scratch his head and say, Watson, I don't have a frickin' clue. AI-generated faces have now become the chameleons of the digital world. So realistic, they put those CGI characters in Avatar to shame. Remember when spotting an AI face was as easy as finding Waldo in a striped shirt? Those days are long gone, folks. Now it's like we're playing Where's Waldo in a sea of Waldos wearing camouflage. I mean, these AI faces have it all. The charm, perfect symmetry, and that I woke up like this glow that would even make Shakira jealous. Heck, they're probably the reason some people believe in love at first sight or bite. Dad joke. Haha. There's more. Researchers are saying these AI-generated faces are more average, less memorable, and more attractive. They're basically the perfect imaginary friend you never knew you needed. But here's the kicker, folks. The people who are the worst at spotting these AI faces, yeah, they're strutting around like they've got the AI inspector badge. They're so confident they'll probably argue with the computer screen that it's not real. And the screen would be like, dude, I'm pixels. What more proof do you need? In a battle of human versus AI face detection, it's like we're playing high-stakes poker, blindfolded. We need AI education, people. We've got more overconfidence. We've got more overconfidence than a karaoke singer after a few shots of tequila. I sound like Adele. No, dude, you sound like a drunk parrot, okay? Remember, in the age of AI hyperrealism, the lines between real and virtual are blurrier than ever. If you think you're talking to a person online, but they're just good to be true, well, they might just be too good to be human. My name's Tom Coffee. This is the Coffee Nuance Show, best censored commentary news show live right now. Flame on. Well, I guess the video is really glitchy. So, the hell do I know? I took the day off to work on it, and, you know, when you try something out at late at night, works fine. You try it out in the heart of the day, perhaps it's the internet connection. I'm not sure, but we'll get through it. And I'll be making more adjustments, so hopefully we can go do better on this. Anyway, I want to talk about these AI face generated faces. They're now so realistic that often they're mistaken for real human faces. And they're even considered more trustworthy. This AI hyper-realism is achieved through advanced technology like GANs, G-A-N. It's a super AI, right? Biases exist in these models, you know. Some people are going to get mad because, you know, some people look more realistic than other people. Deal with it, right? But there's a paradox here. The people that think they're good at determining whether a face is AI or not, they do the worst on tests. Yeah. So what's the solution for this? I don't know. I think you just can't believe your eyes. And you've got to be really informed on all the nuances about AI, and what you're seeing is not real. You need to acknowledge that you just can't do it anymore. You can't believe your eyes. So, yeah, let me get to this. Here we go. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. So here is a site. This site is whichfaceisreal.com. And you can try this, okay? And we'll see how I do here, okay? Now, just looking at it, I'm going to say the woman on the left is real. You are incorrect. The image on the left is the real one. Okay, let's play again. We got to click on the person that's real. I don't know. The one on the left looks real to me. So does the one on the right. But I'm going to go the one on the left. Oh, I'm correct. Good. Let's play it again. All right. I think the one on the right is real because she's got some discolored teeth. The AI probably wouldn't want to have discolored teeth, right? Let's choose. I'm incorrect. Wow. So as of right now, what have I got? 1 out of 3? I can't even remember. Anyway, you can check this out as well. I'll leave a link in the comments. It's whichfaceisreal.com. You can play along. I'll play one more. Here we go. I'll push all in. Is this little baby real? That kind of looks like a real picture there. Well, I don't know. Baby with an earring. Or this one over here. I'm going to say baby's real. Oh, I'm correct. All right, one more. One more. This young Gavin Newsom looking guy on the left, or this person on the right? I'm going to say, I'm going to go with the right. And I'm correct. There we go. Well, I did okay, but I would not be confident in any of these. I would not be confident in any of these. You know, if you had to bet real money on which of the faces is right and which is incorrect, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, it does look like the video is glitchy. That if I knew what to do to fix it, I would do it. But I don't. It's frustrating. Frustrating. Anyway, let's get to the... We got a lot of good stories to get to today, including talking about this upcoming debate and judging some memes and all kinds of good stuff. Some good news at the end. So be sure to stick around for the after show. I'll be going through all of your comments. Probably not that many comments because I don't know that I'd be watching a show that was glitchy as this. I understand. Who knows? But we'll see if it gets better. We'll see if it picks up. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to this first story. Okay. News Nation. You heard about this? It's a newer cable TV network set to air its first presidential primary debate amid discussion about unbiased journalism in the competitive cable TV landscape. Now, despite its recent growth, it still lags behind major networks like Fox News and CNN. The debate could draw attention to the network, but opinions vary on whether an unbiased news approach can succeed in a market-dominated bipartisan news. Some experts believe there might be potential for a centrist outlet, but others doubt there's enough sustained demand for unbiased news. Nonetheless, hosting a presidential debate signals News Nation's capability and ambition is delivering important dialogues to the public. So just so you know, the debate is live tonight, 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8. The 8 looks like a 3. 8 p.m. on the East Coast. And I'm going to be doing a live watch-along right here on Rumble. So you can always come join me on Rumble for the watch-along. It is going to be available also on Rumble, so you don't have to watch me watch it if you want. Basically, I come in during the commercials and try to make some jokes and whatever. But it's also going to be streaming on the News Nation site, as well as the CW network. So if you've got the CW network in your cable package, you can watch that. I think CW is actually, a lot of that is also free. So that's an antenna. You can watch the CW. I think usually they got like the Big Bang Theory or something that they're playing at that time. So you can check that out. Anyway, so I got a few things to talk about that. Hey, Tom. Oh, hey. A few things about this idea of an unbiased news. Now, I think it's good to try to pretend to be unbiased. But, I mean, look at this lineup for news. For News Nation here. I mean, I like the idea. Hey, we're going to be unbiased. And you're like, okay, that's cool. And you can stream it on all these different things, so you can watch it online. But what is, like, who is News Nation? You know, and when I pull up their TV schedule and I look at who their anchors are, supposedly this unbiased news here. Wow, yeah, my internet is super slow. But I'm looking, we got Dan Abrams. I don't think of him as necessarily being unbiased at all. Ashley Banfield. I mean, she pushed propaganda for years on MSNBC. And so now I'm supposed to believe that she's going right down the middle? Cuomo? No. I mean, he was pushing all kinds of, let's see if I can make the propaganda for the last couple of years. And now he's supposedly unbiased? So News Nation is claiming, I think maybe the claim should be that they're trying to be moderate. But clearly they're not unbiased. Who's really unbiased? I'm biased. I'm biased in favor of things that are true. I'm biased for reality, things that can actually be fact-checked. So, I don't know. But, wow. I don't know. It'll probably turn out I'll go outside after this is done and there'll be a Xfinity truck up the street doing repairs or something. I'm sure maybe that's why this is just so, this stream is so garbage. That's frustrating. Anyway, tonight, just a couple of things to keep in mind with the debate. We're down to four people that aren't Trump. We got Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Chris Christie. Now, as a reminder, I've been saying this for a long time. Chris Christie's not a real candidate. You know he's not a real candidate because he's still at the fourth debate. You can't buy a Chris Christie mug. You can't buy a Chris Christie hat. You can't buy a Chris Christie yard sign. You can't buy a Chris Christie t-shirt, even if that was like a quadruple XL. You can't buy. He has no merch for sale at his campaign site. That tells me it's not a real campaign, folks. And his next event is Friday. And if you're in the area, Chris Christie, his event is free. So you can just sign up online to go. It's going to be at the Oscar Barn Wedding Venue in Hooksett, New Jersey, or Hooksett, New Hampshire. It's totally free, you know, and they've got a capacity for 80 people. That's right. Chris Christie is doing a free event at a place that has a capacity of 80 people. So you know he's a popular guy. I'm sure he'll fill it out, right? Please. Anyway, you can join me tonight. I'll be doing a watch along for the debate. I think I'll probably start at about 5-10 minutes early. Just to intro the whole thing, but you can come by and join us, and we'll have fun tonight. Anyway, there was some more interesting news about this upcoming election. This is crazy. President Biden hinted to Democratic donors that if former President Trump wasn't in the race, he probably wouldn't seek re-election. This candid statement surprised his team because, of course, he's not supposed to say that. And they downplayed its significance, emphasizing Biden's commitment to counter Trump's perceived threat to the nation. Yeah. Biden's busy fundraising, aiming for over $15 million in a 5-day span, eyeing a potentially billion-dollar campaign. The campaign's ad spending exceeds $45 million, primarily targeting battleground states where... yeah, anyway. Despite this, Biden's team maintains a relatively low-key operation because they're conserving their resources for the upcoming election year. Yeah, that's what they want us to believe. Not the fact that Biden's not actually going to run. That's, wow. Yeah. They can't control their candidate. He just says whatever he's saying. And I guess the difference is, right, Trump says a lot of stuff that probably his campaign managers wouldn't want him to say. But guess what? The people love that, right? The people that love Trump, they love it when he goes off script. The people that love Biden, you know, all 8 of them or whatever, they hate it when he goes off script. That's the difference. That's the big difference here. I think it's really telling. But that's all I will say with that. Yeah, we'll see. I think the picture looks to be doing a little bit better now, so that's good. Hopefully we'll get through that. Anyway, next up, I want to talk about some crazy hypocrisy. A lot of people think that I am biased or I only favor one side of the aisle, which is not true. But let me talk about that. So 14 House lawmakers voted against a GOP-led resolution denouncing the rise of anti-Semitism after the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel. They argued that the resolution conflated criticism of the Israeli government with anti-Semitism and suppressed free speech by equating anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. The resolution passed with a vote of 311 to 14 with 92 voting present or whatever. 13 Democrats and 1 Republican voting no, and 92 Democrats voting present. Those against the resolution highlighted concerns about the lack of nuance, failure to address rising anti-Semitism seriously, and its potential to further divide rather than unite. So let me be clear on this. So here in the, what do we have here? In the little window, right? That's Rashida Tlaib, not a fan of her, and Thomas Massie, who I am a fan of. He was the sole Republican that voted against this. A lot of times these resolutions are just kind of dumb, right? We just, we're voting and it doesn't really mean anything. It's just like we're voting to say, we like blue skies, pollution's bad. Can we all just like put out a resolution that says we don't like pollution as much as no pollution, right? A lot of these resolutions are just kind of dumb. But in this particular case, if part of the resolution is stating that anti-Zionism, right, which is criticism for the politicalness, I guess, of the existence of Israel in that spot, and the entire political movement of Zionism. Being against that Zionism is somehow anti-Semitic, meaning anti-Jewish. This doesn't even make sense, right? Because there's lots of Jewish people that are against Zionism, right? So now, with this resolution, you're stating that all the Jewish people that are against the political Zionism are somehow anti-Semitic. Now, a lot of these terms are kind of weird, like we use the term anti-Semitic, and I don't think that it's a very good, helpful term just based on, people that are into, words actually having meanings, right? Being literal about things. Because everybody in that area is Semitic, right? Palestinians are Semitic as well, right? That whole area, all those people are Semitic. And guess what? We often use the term anti-Semitic against Jewish people in the U.S., right? If there's a Jewish person in the U.S. Well, most Jews in the U.S. are Ashkenazi Jews, right? Which are from European lines, right? And they're not Semitic either, right? So just the whole idea, right? Right, most of the Jews that in the U.S. are not Semites. They're not. So I just don't care for that term just for, I don't know, I think we can come up with different terms. But this whole idea, this whole notion that you're against a political movement somehow equates to being against an entire religion of people is just stupid on its face. And we shouldn't be saying that is the truth, because it's not. That's not reality, right? You can be against Zionism and be like a proud Jewish person, right? So this is just dumb. This is just dumb. And I think the attacks on the people, and to be clear, most of the Democrats that voted against this, I don't agree with them on a lot of things. I don't agree with them on many of their views concerning Israel and Palestine, okay? However, this resolution is not based in reality. It's not. You should be able to criticize a political movement and not be tarred and feathered, not be labeled an anti-Semite for doing so. That's just insane. That's just insane. And so in this particular case, I agree with the very few people that voted against this. Okay, so just put this down, put it in the, mark it in the column. Tom is agreeing with Rashida Tlaib. I should probably buy a lottery ticket today. Anyway, speaking of this, look what happens if you disagree with the powers that be. So here we go. Representative Thomas Massie faced criticism from top Democrats in the White House after sharing a Drake-inspired meme that juxtaposed Congress's embrace of American patriotism with Zionism. The meme suggested a prioritization of Zionism over American values. Massie's post received backlash, with the White House labeling it as a virulent anti-Semitism. Yeah, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer condemned it as dangerous and anti-Semitic. Despite the criticism, Massie remained defiant in his response to Schumer. Some Democrats, including Richie Torres, criticized Massie for pitting American patriotism against support for Israel, emphasizing that many Americans support both without contradiction. Additionally, Jewish Democrat representatives highlighted complexities within Judaism and criticizing the resolution condemning anti-Semitism for oversimplification. Yeah, Massie voted against the resolution, affirming Israel's right to exist, aligning with Democrat Rashida Tlaib as the only dissenting votes. That was a different measure than what I was just talking about in the last story, by the way. So, but here's the meme, and we should all know this Drake meme. Now, the Drake meme, it's from the, taken from a music video. The idea with the meme is that the top picture is what you're not so into anymore, right? Hey, I'm not into this. I'm into this. That's the meme. And in this case, what it says is Congress these days, this meme, and this was from Thomas Massie's post on X, right? He posted this tweet. They're like, hey, not so much into American patriotism anymore. I'm into Zionism, right? That's the meme. And guess what? And he didn't single it out. He didn't say Democrats. He didn't say, no. He said Congress. He said Congress. And in this case, yeah, Congress, to many people, don't appear to be yay American patriotism. Often they say American patriotism is based in racism and white supremacy and bad, right? And, they're passing this resolution that's very, very pro-Zionism. So in this case, this meme is 100% correct. Congress is not saying that they're into patriotism. What they're saying is they're into Zionism. That's the meme. Seems 100% accurate to me. And then to turn around and say that this is somehow anti-Semitic? You see how this works? If you don't go along with the blob, if you don't go along with the permanent Washington class, if you don't go along with that, they will say you are the worst person in the world, right? They'll call you racist, call you anti-Semite, right? They'll call you a white supremacist, They'll say that you hate your country. They'll say that you're working against America. They'll say all the worst things in the world. Is there any evidence whatsoever that this meme is not consistent totally with reality? Perhaps I'm missing it. Perhaps someone that has been into memes since the beginning of memes, that has a meme folder probably in, I don't know if I have a gig's worth of memes, because they're just picture files, so they don't take up a whole space. I've got a really big meme folder. Somehow I guess they want me to believe that I am not understanding what this meme means. I know what this meme means. It means I'm not into this, I'm into this. That's the meme. There's nothing anti-Semitic about it. Shame on anyone making that claim. Shame. So I don't know if you are just going along with the powers that be, or if you're really that dumb and you really can't actually think. Shocking. Because I don't see this as anti-Semitic at all. It's just pointing out that Congress is really pro-Zionism. And they are. It's raining outside. If you go outside, you might get wet. I'm just saying what reality is. So, anyway, let's get to something else. Might be the last time we talk about this guy. Oh, Georgie baby. Georgie Santos, former congressman, accused of fraud, expelled from office, is now resorted to selling personalized videos on Cameo following his expulsion. Now, despite facing serious legal troubles, he cheerfully encouraged viewers to splurge on luxury items in the videos. However, his Cameo stint was short-lived, ending shortly after gaining attention. Santos' actions post-expulsion reflect his attempt to profit from his notoriety, despite his ongoing legal battles. Well, here's the thing. You take away a guy's paycheck, how's he going to pay for the Botox, right? How's he going to pay for things when you take away his paycheck, right? And I think that's it, right? They kick him out of Congress, and they're like, well, you're cut off, buddy. No more checks for you. He's got to make a living. Cameo is a service that you can pay money to have a celebrity give you a personalized message. And in this case, I went through and watched some of them. They were kind of funny. They were all very short, usually a minute or less. One guy wanted him to yell at him, right? That's kind of weird. But anyway, the price kept jumping up. Last time I checked, it was like $400. And so I'm not sure if he's still doing it. But it's an honest day's work, right? Right? I mean, I would love to have George Santos intro my show. That would be great. But I think that's a business thing. You can't just get a personalized message to do that. You have to do a business thing, and it'd probably be a lot more than the $400. So that ain't happening either. And actually, with AI now, you can probably have AI make you a celebrity video. Have it say anything you want. Oh, man. Anyway, well, I say good for him, you know. Get that bag. Anyway, we need some good news. Let's get to the good news of the day. Okay. This is good news. Just hear me out. Daddy Yankee, known for hits like Gasolina and Despacito, announced his retirement from reggaeton to focus on his Christian faith during his farewell tour in Puerto Rico. He expressed feeling incomplete despite fame and success, finding solace in his faith. He plans to use his talents for evangelism, adopting his birth name, Ramon Ayala, and aims to spread his message globally. The decision garnered support from fans, marking a significant shift in his public acknowledgement of faith after years in the spotlight of a highly successful music career. His last tour reportedly earned over $125 million. Okay? So you may or may not know Daddy Yankee. He's essentially, in my opinion, like the the king of reggaeton, in my opinion. And he's been making hits for a long time. Long time. And yeah, he was the rapper on Despacito. That's how probably most people in the U.S. would know him. A lot of people may think, oh, reggaeton, that is just garbage music. And you know what? A lot of it is. A lot of it is just repetitive and not very good. But in my opinion, Daddy Yankee really elevated the art form. I always enjoyed his music. And you know what? One thing that I really appreciate, that I love, because this guy's he's got to be worth, over $100 million. He's got all the money he needs. And I watched his, the end of his last tour, he was on stage. He made the announcement on stage, and I watched it. And basically what he said is, I'm the most blessed person. I've been able to do everything that I've wanted toward the world, made all this money, made everybody rich, more than you can believe. And he said, I still feel empty inside. And so I've got everything. And now that I have everything, I can now do what I feel like I'm called to do. And so for him, he wants to spread his faith. That's what he wants, to retire from being a big star, big global superstar, and be able to do exactly what he wants. And I think that that's inspiring. I love it when people go out on top, You think like Calvin and Hobbes, right? Guy became one of the most successful cartoon artists ever. Just decided, you know what? I've done it. I'm just going to go out on top. And now I can do whatever I want to do. I love it when people that are very successful just retire and then go do something else that they're compelled to do. I think that's inspirational for all of us. It's kind of a drag seeing people just keep doing their shtick until they're dead. Because often, after many decades of doing it, you don't really feel like they're really that into it anymore anyway. And so, this last album that he did, and bringing all his hits together, going on one last big world tour, just going out on top. That's awesome. And I appreciate anybody that does that. And it's also something to think about. Like, I don't think that I would need to have hundreds of millions of dollars to live the life that I want to live. But it's a good what if, right? If you were to, say, win Powerball, what is it that you would want to do with your life? Well, in this case, he wanted to work on spreading his faith and talking about Jesus Christ, right? That's what Daddy Yankee wants to do. And it's great that he can do that. But in the same way, what would you do? What would you do? Because it might not be what you're doing now. And perhaps you don't need $100 million to go after what you really, 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 really want. You don't have to wait for that. Maybe you can do it now. That's kind of, one of the things that I always admired about my dad. I always felt like he did what he wanted to do. And he wasn't going to let anything else direct that. He was choosing how he wanted to live, where he wanted to live, how he wanted to spend his time. And that was my role model. And I look at what Daddy Yankee is doing, and I think that is a very positive thing as well. Let people know, hey, if you can, go live the life that you feel that you should live. I think that's good news. Whether you like reggaeton music or not, you don't have to. I just think that this is an example of choosing the life you want rather than just living the life you've been given. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think about any of these stories in the comments. I'll be going through all of them in the after show. And as a reminder, today, 5 p.m., probably come in maybe 10 minutes early, I'll be streaming the debate live between Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, and Vivek Ramaswamy on Rumble, only on Rumble. So if you're on YouTube, be sure to come on over to rumble.com/coffeenuance/live. That's where it will be live tonight. So I'll be doing a watch along and then probably a wrap up afterwards. So maybe you can join me. Hopefully, because it's night, we'll have a really good stream and it won't buffer like it did today. So anyway, hope to see you then. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day and I will see you later. Peace. Okay. Hashtag Rumble Gang. That's right. I haven't posted this live stream, but when I'm done, I'll post the live stream, and if you can redo it there, that would be cool. What? Aftershow? No, that's not good. Let's see. Video. Get rid of this. There we go. Okay, here we go. Boom. Tom is meme lord confirmed. I do have a lot of memes. Ox says, Daddy Yankee was great. I watched a documentary/interview that he was going through a lot during the time that he rose to fame. Yeah. YouTube peeps, come on over to Rumble tonight. That's Ox is inviting everyone over to Rumble. So I hope you can all join me over there. Video very glitchy, audio fine. Yeah. My picture's okay now. It was like 2 frames per second for a moment. Yeah. Glitch is gone. The glitz is still there. Boom. Thank you. I like that. Both sides are part of the same machine. LOL, the fake left-right paradigm. Oh, looks like we're glitching again. How about that? You talk about glitching, and then it starts glitching. False dichotomy, exactly. There are also Zionists who are not Jewish. Indeed. A lot of them in Congress. Yeah. Natasha says, I'm anti-Israelite, but pro-Jewish based on the original meanings of Israel and Judah. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I understand. I hear what you're trying to say. Tom is reviewing memes. Nice, yeah. Tell us again the time for the debate. Give me Texas time so I don't have to figure it out. Oh, come on. You know that Texas time is 2 hours from the West Coast, 1 hour from the East Coast. So it's 5 on the West Coast. I believe that means that 7 in Texas and 8 on the East Coast. I believe. But I could be wrong. Might want to fact check me on that. Because, you know, we can all be wrong sometimes. Anyway, what did you think about the AI stuff that I talked about? I was blown away, actually, I thought I would be able to tell. I really thought that I would be able to tell this AI stuff. And just looking at it now, well, how about that? What have I done here? There we go. Okay. But just looking at these... Now, to me, the blue-haired guy looks fake. Looks fake to me. But then again, this girl here might be fake too. I'm going to say that the little girl was real, but I was wrong. The guy with the blue hair was actually the real person. I mean, they did a really good job with this girl on the left with the shadows from her hair. That's got to be real. And this